So today I'm going to be showing, my advanced kitty litter system. And you're probably wondering what's behind that door. And if you were to guess Aurora Borealis, you would be correct. And there's my little tree. Isn't it pretty? Change color, change color. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so obviously cat doors to go in and out. This is a door auto closer. As the cat enters to go into the kitty litter area, they will hit, oh my god, what's that? A motion sensor. The motion sensor turns on this exhaust fan, which vents outside. And so when the cat is doing its business, all that stinky air, or at least most of it, will get sucked out. I have this one set for the max time, which is 30 minutes. And that kind of does a pretty good job. And it's also 3-weight here if you want to turn it off. I originally ran it to right here and realized and had it on a timer switch, but motion sensor is far better than the timer switch. You'll notice this timer hit 30 minutes, turns on that fan to dry my shower. So when you want to dry your shower, you can just turn on that fan and kick it on. And it is to a half switch outlet, so the other outlet there is just always on to power up the Sonos. Always important to put that right above a bathtub. But don't worry, we zip tied the cord, so if it falls off, it will not be able to reach water before unplugging itself. Sonata dimmers are the best dimmers in the world. I love them. They're just so easy to touch, and they also do the soft on and off. Very cool. Anyway, what else are we doing? Oh, we are here for kitty litter, that's right. Excuse me. So this is the Pine kitty litter. It was Mr. Cat something, Pine litter boxes. I'll post a link. I can't remember the actual name, but I'll post a link to it. So these ones are made for Pine. So if we get our scooper, you can see the large grates and some space down there where all the pine will fall down to as it gets wet. Because when the cat urinates, the pine pellets turn into just shavings or sawdust, and then they will fall down. I need to set this camera down for a sec while I show you what's underneath the hood. So it has a little tray down below that you can move. Yeah, we'll do this. So, camera, you're good? All right. So yeah, they give you an extra little tray to move this out. And this is what I have underneath. It is, that's the sawdust that after it gets wet, it falls down. So you'll notice this big pad is a dog pee pad, a rather large size that I line the tray with. It's actually suggested to use trash bags, but I had a bunch of these dog pee pads, so I've been using them, and I think they probably help better with odor and stuff, or control. I don't know, I know sometimes plastic, you kind of think it's waterproof and doesn't permeate anything, but you'll notice bags, like odor goes through plastic. Also, you'll notice I'm using a Litter Genie cat pee pad, even imitation brand, on top of the dog pee pad. That little pad there, that one is this brand right here, as it's upside down. I apologize. I don't know if I can flip it up without screwing up the whole video. Flip up my phone upside down. But that's that pee pad, or those ones. So if that pee pad kind of helps with the urine odor. Sorry. If you don't put that pad down, you'll notice the smell of urine a lot sooner. And honestly, with the pad down, I pretty much could fill this entire thing with pine sawdust before the odor smell actually hits it. So I highly recommend doing one of those pads, but if the smell doesn't bother you too much, I guess don't worry about it. The one thing, as I mentioned, that exhaust vent, the urine smell gets masked, but when he goes number 2, that smell does not get covered up much at all. So that you will have to scoop, and they often don't bury it or at least this guy, he doesn't bury his poop very often with the pine, not like they do clay. But sorry, I forgot to mention the main advantage of pine is it doesn't have the dust or anything, and it's very low tracking. You will see sometimes he'll definitely kick up some of the pine pellets every now and then, in which case I highly recommend keeping honestly a dustpan would work just well, but I have a vacuum around. This guy's pretty cool. Has a low speed, has a high speed. I can put a link to that. Also, I have Milwaukee batteries for work, so this is actually a third-party vacuum that uses Milwaukee batteries, and it's pretty strong as fuck. I like that a lot. I'm sorry for cussing. I probably shouldn't have done that. Oh well, don't cuss like me, kids. My bad. All right, let me put this back. That kind of gives you a little idea how that works. Hold on. Phone stay. Okay. And we've created a little bit of mess. Vacuum it back. If I was smarter, I probably just would have dumped this tray into there and been fine. But, you know, I'm working with what I got. You can shake this around and like sift it too, but you might throw your pea pads underneath off a little bit. So I kind of just, when I need to sift it, just do that to get the pine sawdust down, and it's worked pretty well. I definitely enjoy this. I used to before use the Breeze litter boxes with the larger, it's hard to do with one hand, Breeze litter boxes with the larger tray underneath, but the Breeze litter box slits are very small and they get clogged pretty easily. This one has much larger openings across the top that you've seen, so it doesn't really get clogged, and even if one does, it doesn't stay clogged for long, and it's pretty easy to clear. When you are clearing number 2, that is what the litter genie is for. I think I have a wet wipe. Oh yeah, keep wet wipes around. Highly recommend it. This is my bug zapper. Some people might not like it, but anywhere you have smelly stuff, it just prevents bugs from even starting to form here. So any little flies that ever wander in here, they just go get zapped. Litter Genie, highly recommend it if you don't know. This is my girlfriend's little trash can. I do not like it. It's too small to do anything with. So when I actually do need to change out these litter boxes, I kind of just fold these up and bring in a larger trash can to deal with that. This is the pine. I have more in the garage. I have to do it. But this is the pine pellets you get from Tractor Supply store. Pretty cheap stuff, so you don't mind throwing away any when you're cleaning their cat poo or whatever. Yeah, and I also keep a nice pitcher down there to scoop it up. When it's a full bag, I'll scoop it up and drop it in there. Those are the main things. We got that and a cat. Oh, I will say also, if you haven't upped your game and gotten a toilet seat bidet. I highly recommend doing it. They did such a bad patch job. If I installed that, it wouldn't look like that. I installed these other ones, they look fine. But that's where you can tell it was a homeowner or handyman special doing drywall cutting. Whatever, we'll go with it. Also, they didn't have any toilet paper holder when I moved in here, so I got to install my favorite kind. I've always loved these. They're just the easiest ones to take out a toilet paper roll and put one back in. Little shelf my girlfriend wanted, so we put that up in there. This is where they originally had their remote for one of these. They actually took it when we bought the house. They took it out, and of course they put it on a pocket door. So I guess they just had to cut the screws down to the exact right length to not scratch the pocket door up. Yeah, don't ever mount screws into a pocket door wall. But you know, they tried. All right. I think that's all I had. So if you have problems with dust and tracking, I highly recommend the Pine Pellets in these litter boxes. They're nice and deep. They can hold a lot of litter. I can't quite go a full week without changing them out. That's a bit too long. They will fill up before then, but you can go pretty for a decently long time before you have to change them out. It's probably like 4 or 5 days, but I only have one cat right now and 2 boxes, so that's what it is. Alright, I think that's all I had. I'll put links to stuff, and if I don't have a link to any of the things I've shown, feel free to ask in the comments, and I will get that for you. Most of this junk is all on Amazon. I think this was a Walmart vacuum, actually, this little guy, but it's pretty badass. I like that one. Alright guys, hope this helped you out, and hopes it helps you improve your own system. This bathroom is pretty badass, isn't it? Kind of looks a little messy right now, but yeah. That's awesome. Alright, I'll talk to you later. Good luck. Hope it helps, guys. Bye.